The aftermath. And after every Barcelona fan in the world is probably hungover after celebrating a emphatic, disrespectful victory at the Santiago Bernabeu 4-0. It is unbelievable what Hansi Flick is doing at the moment. This is how Barcelona fans are waking up today. They got the red lights. They're in the red light district of Amsterdam. They're playing the Kane music when it's just a fire. And they mean business this season. And for Madrid, holy shit. That was beyond abysmal. Now, the first half, we can talk about it. We're going to talk about it here. Second half, though, I did say this on another channel. Barcelona might win the treble this season. Now, you can say it's overreactionary and all this sort of stuff. Oh, Michael, you're glazing like it's a glazed donut from Dunkin' Donuts on Barcelona. You're going to tell me what we have so far seen this season that Barcelona can't win all three competitions: the Copa del Rey, La Liga, and the Champions League. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me that this team right now is not the best team in the world. Right? Hansi Flick has done a remarkable job in his first season in the first 11. We have to think about this. In 11 La Liga games, Barcelona have scored 37 goals. 37 goals. That's insanity. They might reach like 100 and what was the record that Cristiano and Jose Mourinho reached? I can't remember. It was like 120 something. Can Barcelona reach that? Who knows? I mean, that would be ridiculous from them because that team was ridiculous by Jose and Cristiano and all those Real Madrid players. But here's some stats, people. Hansi Flick is the first coach to win his first Clasico clash by +4 goals in any competition since Jorge Valdano with Real Madrid in January 1995 5-0. He's also the first Barca coach to make his Clasico debut at the Santiago Bernabeu with a win since Terry Venables on 2nd September 1984. Real Madrid ended a run of 42 straight games unbeaten in La Liga, only one game behind the historical record in the competition by FC Barcelona between April 2017 and May 2018. Aged at 36 and 66 days, Robert Lewandowski became the oldest player to score a brace in El Clasico in the 21st century in any competition. Robert Lewandowski has scored 14 goals in La Liga so far this season, 3 more than any other player in the top 5 European leagues. Erling Haaland with 11 goals, and Barcelona started with 8 Spanish players against Real Madrid for the first time since March 2013, also in a La Liga match at the Santiago Bernabeu. Crazy stats, right? I'm going to break this down in a couple of parts. I want to first break it down and talk about Robert Lewandowski. Because some stuff I was hearing about Robert Lewandowski last season.
Is this whole Lewandowski thing, is it simply a case of just age? Is it just a case of, no, this guy is seriously bad? Like, I think it's obvious right now that it's over for him. Like, it's to a case right now where he now has to accept that you either be a bench player at Barca or go and see what's up at Saudi with your boy Benzema. That Lewandowski is he's finished. It's done.
This guy doesn't get appreciated enough. His greatness is outstanding. He is there with the likes of Luis Suarez, Benzema, and all those guys, Ibrahimovic. He is in that catalog. He has done remarkable things throughout his career. You can talk about international level, you can talk about club level. Robert Lewandowski shows up. He actually performs every single season. He'll give you goals after goals after goals. And what do you want from a striker? A goals. It's the name of the game for a striker. And he showed up yesterday. Now, granted, he should have scored 4 goals. I mean, how he missed that one open net and hit the post is beyond me. But the finish for the first goal, fantastic. The header was great, even though Militao could do a lot better in that situation. And he didn't have the greatest first half, getting kind of bullied by Rudiger. And then you saw in the second half, he said, okay, you want to rise to the challenge? Let's go for it. Toe to toe. And Robert Lewandowski showed up. But Hansi Flick is doing remarkable things with this team. They are just a unit. He has built Thanos in a football team. The way they are just pressing and the in-game management by Hansi. You can always talk about the pressing game and all that stuff. His in-game management this season, outstanding. Okay, Osasuna, 1 game. Really? 1 game? He takes off Fermin Lopez yesterday. Brings on Frankie de Jong. And that worked remarkably, because then Pedri was able to control the game there. Federman was a little bit, let's not just say bad, but he was just a little bit lackadaisical with his possession, giving the ball up too easily. Pedri, much more calm in possession in those tight spaces, worked out perfectly. Casudo, I mean, Mark Bernal got the ACL tear. Casudo, guys, this dude is a baller. Seeing him live in person with his pressing and his tackling and all that sort of stuff, exactly what this Barcelona team needs. They need a bit more physicality in the midfield because they have a lot of technical ballers like the Dani Olmos, Gavis. Obviously, Gavi is a little bit more of a roughhouse player, as we would say. But Castro just complements this team so well. Kunde is the best right back in the world right now. This season, he is team of the season in all of Europe. He is playing at an unbelievable level. Kubarsi, 17 years old. Inigo Martinez. I was not familiar with your game. Sorry. I was not familiar. He made a big money move to Athletic Bilbao. Didn't really work out there. I mean, he had a couple of decent seasons, then goes to Barcelona for a free transfer. But this season, outstanding. Araujo who, Christensen who, Inigo Martinez and Kubarsi are playing at an unbelievable level. And we haven't even talked about Lamine Yamal and Rafinha because they didn't have the greatest game yesterday, and they both got a goal. Just shows you when these players, even if they're not playing at their best level in one single game, they'll just show you that moments of brilliance, and it's just the defining moment of the match end. Barcelona again. We'll go back to Barcelona in a minute because I want to talk about what this result, because let's be honest here. Every El Clasico, it seems like there's massive implications on the season. So I want to talk about that later on in this video. Let's go to Madrid. The first half I thought wasn't too bad. Honestly, I don't think they played terrible, Madrid. They were frustrating Barcelona. Yeah, Lamine Yamal had that one chance in the first half, but Madrid did pretty well to nullify Barcelona as a whole, and they created chances. Vini had a great chance. Should have scored. But what was it? 8 offsides for Madrid in the first half, which is like a record for the first time since 2003. The most offsides by Real Madrid in a first half. Insanity. But if you're Madrid and you're Carlo, and I actually think they did the right approach in the first half. Okay, let's just go long. Let's go long towards Vini. Let's go long towards Mbappe and see if we can win the second ball. And to be honest, it was working out, people. You can't say, oh, Madrid, what were they doing that first half? No, they were actually frustrating and creating their own opportunities, but their players were lacking the footballing IQ in that game. You can talk about Carlo and Ancelotti, the Mr. No Tactics. He didn't bring the eyebrow. He didn't bring the hot tea. I'm sorry. In that first half, he brought the tactics, but his players simply didn't execute it. And that was the frustrating part because Mbappe, you are brought in, and I don't want to just single out Mbappe, but he's brought in to this team as a super galactico, one of the top 5 players in this world. You are meant to show up in this game. This game, it doesn't matter what you do against Cadiz, Rayo Vallecano, or whatever other team. You need to show up in El Clasico because Madrid fans will then not really ridicule you if you don't perform, but they're going to have very, very high standards as they should as the biggest club in the world. But Mbappe, what you have over, and I can understand like 2 offsides, right? And then you kind of just adjust your runs, maybe wait a little bit. The amount of times he was offsides was actually ridiculous. I'm like, dude, are you like brain dead or something? Like, did your body just get absorbed by Darwin Núñez or somebody else, like another striker who doesn't know the offside? The offside rule is very simple. Just wait or just time your run better. You are faster than Kubarsi. You are faster than Inigo Martinez. You are faster than Kunde. Just time your run better. And he would have been through on goal even more times and had more opportunities. And when he was actually onside, Inaki Peña, of all players, stopped him. That's even more damning on Mbappe, in my opinion. But Bellingham didn't have the greatest impact, and I just wonder if his positioning this season is not really working out for him. You want to see Bellingham as sort of a number 10, box to box, really driving with the ball, finding those combination play. At times yesterday, he was defending the right back position because Vasquez didn't know what to do, and Bellingham was helping him out. I don't want to see Bellingham defending like that. No, get Bellingham higher up the field, Carlo. But I think the arrival of Mbappe is kind of affecting Bellingham at this point, and you didn't really see any impact from Valverde. The only player yesterday for Madrid that he can say I actually had a good game was Camavinga. I thought he was really good, Camavinga, on both ends of the field. But yeah, look, for Madrid, it was terrible. The second half, once they conceded that first goal and the two center backs, Rudiger and Militao, stepping up like that was just abysmal. Just leaving Lewandowski. Lewandowski couldn't believe how much space he had. And it was an easy finish for him. And then the second goal, poor defending from Militao. The third goal, great finish from Lamine. And the fourth goal, again, terrible defending from Vasquez. So that's been an issue for Madrid. It's not really about the goal scoring mentality or anything like that. But defensively, they have been a horror show, in my opinion. The only reason why they haven't conceded more goals is because Courtois is the best goalkeeper in the world, and he bails them out almost every single game. Obviously, some games they've come back and they've done very well and kind of run up the scoreline. I think it was like Espanyol, maybe it was Espanyol or some other team, if memory serves me right. Barcelona are not Dortmund. Dortmund are going to capitulate. But yesterday, Real Madrid turned into Dortmund, and they capitulated big time. So I see all this rhetoric like, oh, yeah, get Carlo out. Get Carlo out. Oh, my God, what is this guy doing? All he does is just have no tactics and relationism and all this sort of stuff. Bro, if you're going to define Carlo by this game, you are smoking crack. I'm honest. But yes, is Carlo's time soon going to come up? Yes, of course. He's going to retire soon. But that game wasn't solely on Carlo. The players got to take some accountability. They didn't show up. And the second half, I don't know what they said at halftime. Maybe they were all drinking the same tea as Carlo because they just came out flat. The atmosphere was there. The fans were into it. But the players simply did not show up. So now let's kind of talk about the implications of this result for the rest of the season. Like I said already, I think Barca might do the treble. Okay, they'll at least win La Liga. I mean, if they don't win La Liga after doing this and the way they've been playing so far, would be a capitulation. They are far and away the best team in La Liga. You can't trust Atletico. The Yellow Submarine are playing good football this season, but they're not title contenders. Athletic Club are playing good football, but not title contenders. It is solely Barca. It is their league to lose, and I think they will do it. Now, the Champions League, we'll talk about it. Maybe matchups. Let's see how they go there. We'll see how they do it against Man City or Liverpool, one of those teams. But Barcelona are by far the best team in Europe this season. There's not even any debate about it. Copa del Rey, we'll see about that. So I think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, people. Do you think Barca can do the treble again in this century? That would be ridiculous if they do it one more time. And for Madrid, when it comes to this result, I mean, there has to be a reaction from Carlo and the players. Like, either Carlo has to change something with the lineup. Like, just play Arda Güler. What does Arda Güler have to do to get some minutes? What? The guy, every time he's on the field, impact. Get Güler some minutes. And then Sir Bobby Charlton, a.k.a. Endrick, the dude has been on the bench for 4 straight games and has gotten 0 minutes. I get he's young and maybe he's lacking some fundamentals right now. Play the kid. He would have converted one of those chances that Mbappe had yesterday. Yeah, for Madrid, are they going to go trophyless this season? I don't want to say that. Because if they do, after signing Mbappe, oh my God, the internet is going to have an absolute field day with him and that transfer and Madrid. Oh my God, it will be embarrassing. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, people. Barcelona, absolutely phenomenal so far this season. Didn't play their best game yesterday, but they still won 4-0. That just shows you how dangerous they are and what are the implications of this result on Madrid. It could be very damning on them. Remember to get your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to follow me on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram. Join the Discord. All those links, description down below. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.